What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It's Fluffy here, back with some more streaming related content. And this one, I feel is kind of big. Not so much with the Twitter shit, but here we go. These are 5 things that streamers aren't going to tell you they experience while streaming. If you're new to the channel, this is a great time for you to push that subscribe button as well as turn on the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload more YouTube content. But without diving too far into that, let's go ahead and head into the content. So today we are talking about 5 things streamers aren't going to tell you about their streaming experience. And the first one happens to be how lonely it is. I think this can go without saying. If you're a streamer, you probably are very well aware of how long it takes to build an audience. For some people, this time varies, but for the vast majority of people who stream on the network, there is a lot of time and effort put into going live to actually streaming, and to who? I mean, my first year of streaming, and I don't remember how many hours I streamed, but I'd say probably 300 or 400 hours of streaming, and I had 0 viewers besides the view bots that come in. And, you know, I'm sitting there, I'm plugging away, I'm working on this, I'm spending a lot of time on this, which means I'm secluding myself away from others. And eventually, down the road, what that's led to is an overwhelming feeling of how lonely you really are when you turn the camera off and you stop stream and you sit back. Content creation can be very absorbing. And that's gonna tie into how much time is spent. A lot of creators probably don't talk about the amount of time that they spend crafting and curating ideas and planning and recording, and they just don't talk about it. And, you know, when you first talk about becoming a full-time streamer, immediately what you assume is that, sweet, I'll be working less hours, which is totally not the case. If you look at any channels who have successfully grown a large amount, they are more than likely putting in between 60 and 80 hours a week, which can definitely leave you isolated away from others when you're spending all this time diving into content. So if you are somebody who is naturally lonely, or naturally a loner, I should say, then maybe this is a path for you. If you are somebody that is extremely social, this can be a very trying thing for new creators, and that is the overwhelming sense of how lonely this industry can be. Next. One thing your favorite streamer or small streamer will not tell you is what networking really means to them. So, networking is nothing new. Brands have been doing it for years. Essentially what it is when 2 brands collaborate together on an idea, and generally it is mutually beneficial. However, that is not always the case in streamer world. You can collaborate with people and not have any effect on your channel growth, and you can collaborate people and have a big effect. That would transcend into branding as well, but the big difference is right now we've got a bunch of people who think networking is follow for follow, and then deleting their follow ratio on social media platforms like Twitter, to make it look like more people have stock or vested interest in their brand than they really do. Or they might reach out to people for collaborations solely because their viewership is higher and they're not really bringing anything to the table to offer for the other party, so it's not mutually beneficial anymore. A lot of people, I have noticed, I'm not going to say all, but there's a very high number of people who on the streaming side of the world are very manipulative and will try to take advantage of people to try and get that clout to clout chase. and they just don't come clean about it. You know, it's cool if you're out here trying to chase clout and you're doing these things and you're trying to build your brand, but I feel that there needs to be a moment of honesty when it comes to networking, that you realize that what you're doing when you do things like following all the inactives on my list, if you're not active or you don't comment on this post, you're getting deleted. That is a manipulative tactic. And it does fall under the term networking because remember, a lot of their followers were follow for followed, and now they are trying to extort the person that only followed them for a follow back into liking and engaging with their content. And that's just not how networking works. If you are going to network with other streamers, anything you do in collaboration with them should be mutually beneficial to both parties. And yeah, essentially don't follow for follow. That's not really networking. Collaborate, come up with great ideas, make great content, and do well, young Padawan. Next up on the list, number 3, is how little money you earn. We've all seen the Fiverr commercial that says, tired of your day job? Become a pro streamer. And to be perfectly honest, it's just not really feasible. I really only started turning a profit on my stream recently. I've been streaming for 3 years now, and I still haven't technically paid off my equipment that I paid for to stream with, and that is across all avenues. So that's between my eBay, my Amazon, my Twitch, my YouTube channel, between everything. I still haven't even paid off my computer. Now, this is a results may vary scenario. I have seen some streamers come on the scene, and within a matter of weeks, you know, they've already hit affiliate. They've hit that 1 month so they can actually apply for affiliate, and they're already starting to churn money out very quickly of their streams, which raises the question of, is there something magical in the algorithm, or what's the secret to having it all? A lot of it has to do with level of extrovert, what preparations they may have had prior to Twitch, but most people aren't going to come clean and tell you that they don't even receive a payout every month, and they're going to tell you how lovely streaming is and all the great things about their community, while meanwhile off camera they're going, fuck man, streaming didn't even pay for the power bill that my computer used to even stream to begin with, and it didn't pay me for my time to be there. And, you know, I'm all for apprenticeships or whatever you want to call it, which is essentially what the beginning part of streaming is. It's, for the most part, it's volunteer work that you do for yourself. And you just don't earn a lot of money streaming. And again, that the results may vary, but I would say that beginning streamers that are turning a high profit is a very, very, very low percentage of the 7 million people that actively stream. Next up, number 4. What their end goal is. So this is a difficult topic, and I feel like it's a difficult topic because people are worried about how their viewers are going to perceive them. So I think we can safely say that the majority of people who start streaming's goal is to be able to create content and play video games for money. That's the end goal. Which some people are very lucky in their ability to do so, and some people not so much. But a lot of streamers nowadays seem to say that it's all about positive vibes, you know, it's all about fun, but in reality, it's about both. Yeah, people want to succeed. That's why when they post content on social media platforms, they are looking for validation that they have honed their craft. I mean, That's essentially what it is. Social media is a little bit of a dopamine hit for every time that you do something. So you're like a Pavlov's dog, where you bring yourself out onto that platform and you're hoping that it will, trigger a response. So you do something and you wait for the effect. So a lot of people are looking for success, and they are very seldom known to talk about it. And I feel like it's part of the Twitter culture right now that a lot of people don't want to talk about their financial goals, that they're embarrassed that they're playing games for money. And I just don't see why there is so much hush hush on the, yes, I am a content creator. Yes, I am creating content for you. But yes, I am doing this for money. And I think it's deceitful. I would call it predatory in some cases even. But for the most part, come clean. Your end goal is that you want to be able to do this full time. And that's for if you're a streamer. If you're a viewer, no. Whatever streamer you are watching, their end goal is to turn you into a consumer of their product. And they want to be successful from selling a product. That product is themselves. Okay, so we've figured out that streamers earn very little money, and their end goal is that they want to be successful. So how much work goes into a successfully planned campaign or event? I would say more work than even goes into recording a stream, even if it's an 8-hour stream. There is so many little details in planning events that are successful, because again, this is a business. So when we are looking at how to structure events, the event needs to trigger the funnel system of sales. What is going to get people to hit your goals? Some people do that by writing names on balloons. Other people do it in hot tubs and writing names on a whiteboard. Other people do goofy campaigns. I'll shave my head if I hit X amount of subscribers. But there's a lot of back-end work behind the campaigns that you see on Twitch that doesn't get enough recognition for how time-consuming it is. If I were to give a new streamer advice, I would say, for however much time you plan on streaming, plan an equal amount of time planning events to get new consumers into your funnel. And I know that sounds bad, but again, this is a business, the business of selling yourself as a content creator to a consumer who is the viewer. If you are the viewer, I'm sorry, but that's just the raw and rugged truth of the matter. You're buying a product in a streamer. It doesn't feel that way because Twitch is really on a more personal level. But that brings up another topic that we're going to come into next time, which is about parasocial relationships and what live streaming in particular is doing to trigger that into what is an even worse situation than what TV and radio was. But we'll dive into that next time. Let me know. Is there anything I missed that you as a streamer yourself wouldn't tell me, or viewers you've noticed yourself that streamers don't seem to talk about? Let me know in the comments section below. It's been fun. Fluff's out.